bloopity bloop. We have a stream.
Bloopity bloop 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 bloop?
Apparently the captioner doesn't like bloop, it only likes boop.
Oh, see, mine said blue poo 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 poo.
Well, now it says the captioner R doesn't like bloop, it only likes to poop. And you know what? I think the captioner does like to shit all over what we say, so I guess that's accurate. Anyway.
Hi, Pie. Welcome to our stream.
Anyway, hi everybody. We have Pie today. Pie, do you want to introduce yourself in case anyone doesn't know you? Oh, thanks.
Hi. I'm InsidiousSpie. I've just set off the alert thing. I don't know when it turns up on stream, but it will.
It's there.
Yeah, it's there right now.
Yay, there it goes.
Though I'm the one hosting, so I guess you don't actually get to startle him today.
Oh. Well, fine. Not 17 months of startling Sharky. 16 months and 1 month of startling everyone else. I'm InsidiousSpie. I'm Jules. I do my own streamy things over at twitch.tv/InsidiousPie. This afternoon I was playing Arcade Spirits. And on Saturdays and Mondays, we do audience play-along games in the evenings, so you should come over and hang out. And make dick jokes with us. I don't know.
I just hung out for one of those on Saturday. It was fun.
Yeah.
I used to come on Wednesdays, but now I'm scared of Arcade Spirits.
Oh yeah, no. Do you know how many people that I watch have been playing Arcade Spirits? And I'm like, well, I guess I can't watch that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but like, holy shit, you guys.
You need to play it.
We will, eventually.
I say this both because, like, you know it's a good game. You know it's narratively a good game because Flower made it, so, like, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I'm excited because there's a portion of it that I helped Two Flower to craft that involved him calling me on my lunch break and going, okay, how do we do this?
That's so cool.
So,
right.
Yeah, that's rad as shit, and I'm super excited about it. I haven't gotten to the part yet, so I haven't seen how it plays, but, like, I roughly know what it is and, like, where it is.
That's the, I remember he said something about consulting you on poly stuff. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to spoil too much as to, like, who and how and what.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
But there's a poly thing.
Yeah, it's a poly thing. And
that's pretty cool.
There is a route that you can take where if you befriend the correct two characters and flirt with them, they will ask you to form a triad.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to go through for content eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, we're...
Which that was, like, he called me and was like, how do you ask someone to be your third? And I was like, well, that is a very broad thing and depends on a lot of factors. How long do you have for me to
Like, that's asking a very broad question.
Meanwhile, we're over here like, how do you... You know what, never mind.
The only thing I saw something about, like, I think it was on Flowers or on the Arcade Spirits, where they're like, we're gonna update our trigger warnings, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Flowers,
which is, like, rad that they have those.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, yeah. I've been seeing it as a trend, and I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I know people complain about, like, oh no, the trigger warnings are spoilers. But it's like, okay, well, you know, better for someone to know, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Always
like, if
better
it
for
doesn't,
now.
if you're that worried about it, okay, don't check it then?
Yeah, like...
Mark? Like,
I guess
if
there
you're
was...
not concerned about it, okay, you don't have to look.
Yeah, I think there was more discourse when it was like, oh, games will put it at the beginning of the game or something. So I guess having it on like a separate site is a good compromise.
Yeah.
But I
yeah.
mean, there's also some games like Omori, which kind of need it in the beginning, because if you don't, everything's not okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know Life is Strange, when I looked at some people talking about it before, the Chapter 2 thing was really triggering for a lot of people, and that kind of ruined the game for them because they got blindsided and hit with things that they weren't prepared for, and then they just never even finished the game, and they're like, I can't, I hate this. And that's valid. We love Life is Strange, and that's super valid because it does have plenty of really real topics.
Episode 2 is also a lot.
It is. I know one of the things I saw was like, oh, this happened to me in real life with a friend, and I felt like I failed them, and then this happened in the game, and I felt like I failed them, and it was just too much and all that. So, you know. Yeah. In the least spoilery way that I can describe that. But, okay. We're already tangenting. That's normal. Okay. We should probably...
And my captions have picked up your voice for a hot minute. I'm like, what is it doing? I didn't say anything. Uh-oh.
Yes, because there's echo. I will try not to speak too overly loudly. You can also reduce my...
Oh, that's okay. I put my speaker box too close to my microphone is what I did.
Oh, I always have... Because my mic is in one place on my table right in front of me. But my speakers span basically the entire width of the table right behind it. So that's why I always used to have an echo effect thing. And now
I noticed it.
Oh, I remember Melik noticed it, and Melik was like, why is there an echo? And we're like, oh.
Sometimes it's worse than others.
Yeah, it was.
Sometimes they're definitely worse than others, but that's how we actually used to do our captions, was that I would rely on the sort of echo from Sharky to get Sharky's captions. Now we have them separately, and now I have to wear headphones so that I don't get both.
Or more.
Right. But
I have remembered how I've had to do mine for when my friends and I turned our what had been a streamed D&D campaign at our local game store into an audio podcast.
Nice.
But so I had forgotten because we haven't been able to run it in a few months because one of our players and his wife welcomed a new baby last year.
Oh.
And understandably, they're a bit busy.
Well, congrats to them.
Yeah, you would be pretty busy after that.
But so the trick is to move my Bluetooth speaker box behind my neck.
Oh.
So it leans up against the back of my chair, and I can hear you just fine, but then my microphone doesn't pick you up.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, I do think that this is better because now the captions aren't all jumbled across, like, everyone is just in one set of captioner. And the other good thing is that when we upload it when Sharky eventually reaches the point where we can get to these ones, we'll have the captions on the archive YouTube, because I think the old way, it's just like a stream plugin thing, so the YouTube doesn't have the captions. And YouTube auto-generated captions are about as bad as these, I guess. I mean, I'm sure that also runs off Google Text, since YouTube's also owned by Google. So...
Yeah.
Hey, in good news, next Tuesday, the Percy ending will be up.
Oh, man.
Woo!
So, we're slowly getting there.
I appreciate that you do the archive channel stuff. And I just show up. I I show up, and
Show up
once in
and-
a while I arrange for people to join us.
Yeah, you do all the social media.
I don't do all the social media.
You do
Half
a
the
vast
time
majority
I
of the
go,
social media.
all right, you're doing socials. I handle social media outside of stream times is what you mean.
Yeah. And yeah, you get guests to join. I don't make friends, so I can't get guests to join.
You say this
But-
like Pie is not your friend, and that's very mean.
My friend.
Hi, Pie, you're great.
I have presents for both of you that need to go in the mail, and I keep failing to assemble them and put them in the mail. They're sitting here
What?
on my desk. They
Wait, what?
survived the
Wait.
flood.
Wait, what? Wait, a flood? What?
The flood of my cat knocking my water over onto my desk.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Ah, yes.
Not an actual flood, no. Just
Fat baby's arc.
my cat being a feisty creature and
Somebody
thinking,
who-
I'm going to get snacks, so I'm going to climb onto the desk,
Ah,
almost
yes.
stepping in my plate of snacks, and then
Oh.
knocking over my water cup onto my desk.
I have
Somebody who had our
mostly.
ground floor, like, have 4 feet of water in it. I was like,
I've
Oh,
mostly gotten my
sorry for the
cats
unfortunate
to.
flashbacks.
I've mostly gotten my cats to not jump onto my tables or counters after much effort and aluminum foil. Mostly aluminum foil.
What's funny is that apparently Bitchy Cat used to climb on the counters, and Bonus Mom, my dad's girlfriend, would find her little feety prints all over the stove and the counter, and for a bit there, they were convinced that she was like climbing up there to lick the butter that was left on the counter, so they put it in a butter dish so she couldn't do that. But there were still little peat prints all over the counter, and they could not figure out why. And then after Dad died, she stopped doing it. So I think she just did it to irritate him personally.
you know what?
Like,
that's
oh, the big
about?
man's gone. I don't have to keep walking on the counter anymore.
Yeah, my cats sometimes still go up on the bathroom counter, which is not ideal, but it's less terrible. But mostly the kitchen counter and like dining table, coffee table, my computer desk, they don't really walk on any of those anymore because I keep shooing them away, and also because I had at some point put out the aluminum foil trick of, well, if they keep jumping on the counter and keep getting scared of it because they keep making loud noises when they land on the foil, I guess they don't want to get on the counter anymore after that.
I made the mistake of leaving the box of snacks on my desk. So now, no, Google, I wasn't talking to you.
Google's like, what?
I don't
Hi.
know. My phone is not supposed to have the voice activator on for that very reason, but yeah, I made the mistake of leaving the box of snacks up there. So she figured out that she can either climb across the back of the wingback chair that I sit in, or across my tummy onto my side, like the little pull-out mini desk for my keyboard, and onto the actual desk, and climb up there and go adventuring looking for snacks. There are no snacks now.
Wait, okay, we still need to explain this game to Pi.
You still need to show us the game.
We're at Villain Con.
Alright. Just because I haven't shown it doesn't mean we can't explain where we're at.
Yes, but you still need to show us the game.
I'm doing it. There you go.
Yes, so now you'll be able to see it through Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yes, then you don't have to deal with the stream delay.
Yeah, this is how we do accurate voices, quote unquote.
Accurate. What you mean is non-delayed. I don't know about accurate, but like less delayed.
And you also get the music
Yes.
and any sound effects.
Yes.
Pretty music.
Yes, so we're at Villain Con. We are a villain. We are 14 whole years old.
And we're named Uwu.
No, we're named Olo.
Oh yeah, oh whoa.
And That probably makes this really inappropriate to date, like, a widow who has a stepdaughter who's probably older than us.
It's probably fine.
We also romanced someone earlier as, like, a 2-year-old, so I
Yeah,
guess it is fine?
Wait, 14 or 2 in, like, what kind of years?
Yes.
Yes.
No, but the funny thing is when you said 2, they have a line being like, "Oh,
Wow, you
like,
got started
really?
real young.
Yeah,
you must
got
be a
started
real genius."
Yeah, like they specifically have a call out for like baby age.
14, they didn't comment. They're like, okay. They're like, yeah, teenagers are menaces. Okay, that's believable.
Weren't we
Yeah,
dating?
you know what? Like, for real though, as someone who has looked after small humans, and like I've had itty bitty babies, and I had an infant class, and I've had a toddler class, and I've had the like just shy of preschool class, and I promise you, oh boy, some of those kids.
Are menaces?
They have a life of villainy ahead of them. I genuinely. So one of our kids, and we will leave them nameless, but one
Yes.
little boy,
Yes.
bless him, he's 2. He doesn't recognize boundaries like at all.
Mm-hmm.
We're working
Yeah.
on it, but like he doesn't get it. And meanwhile, there's another little girl who had joined our class very recently, and this little girl took no shit.
Good.
And took no prisoners either. So
Good.
when he gave her more than she was willing to take, she tried to sweep the leg. I was like, girlfriend, where'd you learn to do that? But what's funnier is
I'm
that...
like, wait, which one is the villain in this case?
Right, well, that's the thing, is that I'm just like, wait, what? What are you two doing? But it was like this transformative, he stopped being such a little punk, because now he had a girlfriend. Because he's like, ooh, I like this, a girl who takes charge, okay. I'm like,
jeez.
dude, what? Which, bless, I got to tell both of their parents, I'm like, okay, so your kid has a partner now, a partner in crimes.
Oh no! Oh no!
You know,
and both of them were like, "This is great. This is fantastic." I was like, just.
I
watch
could
out,
be
though.
down for like a not really romantic but just villainy partnership. I
Oh, yeah,
feel like
and that's
that
100% what it was.
that could be a
These two
totally
were just
great.
like, let's get into shit, and I'm just like, "You're 2. What are you doing?"
That could be a great flavor of queer platonic relationships.
Oh yeah.
Partner in crime?
Yeah. You have to have a real bond of
Partner
trust,
in
you know?
do crimes.
You have to have a
Yeah,
real
that's the
bond
true
of
form of
trust and, like, true partnership in order to be partners in crime, right?
Yeah,
Otherwise,
you
you're
have
going to
be,
betray
like,
yourself and you won't be
behind
partners anymore. Anyway, so,
Right, I need to
this
bring up
route,
We're 14 years old. We are a mutant. We're at Villain Con.
Yes.
and we have been talking repeatedly / flirting ? With basically the stereotype of the evil queen, who is named
Okay.
Imperia Maissard. She has
Okay.
the classic stepdaughter named Rose. We're gonna have to talk to Rose at some point today.
Yes, we will.
And we're on the last day of VillainCon, which is why the day ends a little early. And yeah, I think that she's warmed up to us a bit, perhaps. She bought us drinks at the club last night, so you know that means she likes us. After she bought us drinks and was like, okay, I won't shoo you away this time. After 2 days in a row of seeing her at the club and having her eventually be like, okay, now I'm done with you, leave.
she only exists in the VIP area, really? Because
Yeah.
why deal with everybody else?
I think.
Yeah, why deal with the plebs when you can be in the VIP lounge?
Oh, yes. She literally is like, oh, I'm here to network via just everybody knows that I'm here, and I just stay here, and all the plebes go, oh man, I sure wish I could go and be in there too. Wow, she's so impressive. And she doesn't actually talk to any of them.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's how networking works, right?
Yeah, but you know what? That adds up.
This
is like, yes, I shall play hard to get, and by that I mean impossible.
But we like scammed the security guard by using crayons to make a fake VIP pass, and then just arguing really well. No, this is real.
And the guard's like, fine, go in.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
And then keeps letting us in.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's always the same guard, you know.
Just don't use those crayons on the wall, my dude.
I would love...
Meanwhile, she's like a total Karen. She complains about the service here. She's like, these little scratches on the wine glasses here. And it's like the amount of wear and tear of just having the glasses transported here. And she has a yearly list of complaints that she sends them. She composes a list of complaints every year. So that's the degree of Karen.
But she'll never talk bad about her ex-husband.
Sounds like my stepmom. Like, she sounds like my ex-stepmother, who was like, oh lordy, what a creature.
And she's the tyrannical queen of Lusitania.
That's about right.
Which is like,
It's because this is a pocket dimension, and in her dimension, it's basically medieval times, and she withholds tech and stuff from them.
But she has like their equivalent of Instagram and everything.
Oh yeah, she even has a social media manager.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This game is ridiculous.
This game also likes to make really bad jokes. Anyway, shall we?
I mean,
Let's
we make very bad jokes.
Oh wait, we should. I say, all right, let's go, and then I was like, wait, who's who? Okay. Who wants to be MC? Who wants to be Lady Maissard? Who wants to be Rose? And who wants to be narrator? These are approximately all the roles that we need to dispense. Lady Maissard and Rose should probably go together since they don't really show up together, I think. I don't know about the ending.
They might show up depending on the ending.
Yes. But for the majority of the time, I think that they probably don't interact right away.
Yeah.
Although if you think that we shouldn't have them at the same person, I mean, I'm also okay with that.
I feel like narratively they ought to be different people, especially if they might run the chance of running
Conflict.
into each other.
Yeah. Lady Maissard lied and said this is like a hero conference or something.
No, I think Rose just believes it is. I don't think she
No,
lied about it.
Maissard explicitly lied about it because the staff are like, that's quite insulting to our attendees. What? So Maissard, I believe, explicitly lied to Rose about it, but there is a possibility, maybe, that Rose might actually realize the truth and just be playing along. We have yet to see, and that probably gets determined by what ending we get.
Yeah.
So that's approximately where we're at. We're gonna have to talk to Rose at some point in this day. Should we just start with that?
Yeah, we should start with talking with Rose.
Okay.
In the middle green area.
Yes, I know. That's why it's highlighted.
Okay.
So Who wants to be who?
Whomst be whomst? Hi, do you have an
I don't know.
opinion?
Give me whichever one you don't want to deal with.
I think that it would be fun to have you do your best Karen impression.
I will do my damnedest.
So that means are you gonna be Rose and I'll be MC?
I can be Rose.
Okay.
I guess I can also be narrator then.
Okay.
Just so that I have some role when it's MC talking to Maissard. Because there's probably more time of that.
Yes.
Alright, but first things off. As you're walking through the convention center, you're surprised by a hand on your shoulder.
Whoa!
Oh, sorry, Owo. You turn around to see Rose Maissard, with an expression on her face that looks conspiratorial?
Every time we say "oh whoa," it makes me laugh.
Hello, Owo. Yes, the best is when Karen ladies has to say it.
Karen's saying "oh whoa."
Yep.
Compilation.
Just wait.
Are you offering to edit together a compilation, Sharky?
No. I will.
Oh, right. I should
No!
also say... Well, we just saved at the beginning of the day, so I guess if it's
Just
the
saved
first
it.
thing, that's fine.
But also, it matters what you. What you choose.
To Maissard later? Or to Rose here? Or both?
No, apparently we can't get the other ending. It looks like we're on the bad apple ending, because we didn't say to Maissard, I met your daughter. So it doesn't matter what we say here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, it does matter. It's that we have to choose specific options. Sorry. There's like like 2 sentences about this.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you have time to talk? I think I can offer you the information I promised earlier. You look around. This probably isn't the place to discuss.
Let's go somewhere where we can sit down and talk in peace.
The two of you walk over to some benches that are conveniently located in a dark corner and also get a music change. Naturally, the Villain Conference has no shortage of spots like this. It'd be a glaring oversight on the part of the organizers if there wasn't an ample supply of sinister deal spots to serve the conference goers' needs. So, Owo, your job title is Mutant, right?
See, that line about, like, benches and dark spaces, I'm kind of just like, yeah, that makes sense. But also, okay.
This game is corny. This game is very corny.
Just like us. Right?
I'm just like, yes, that time that Mick described us as a marshmallow-filled dark chocolate. I'm dark and bitter, and Sharky is sweet like a marshmallow. And so I'm like, corny. Would I get called corny, or is it just you?
Would I ever be described as sweet?
I mean, he also said, or they also
Yeah,
said that
I can
I'm
see that.
sweet. They said that we're both sweet. Just, you know.
You're both sweet in different ways.
I'm very
Sharky
much...
is an innocent, sweet summer child. And
Wow!
See, Mick was saying they felt like you were not exactly naive, but... And I was like, I would not call you naive. I would call you sheltered.
Oh yeah, very sheltered.
I would call you sheltered, but not quite naive. But also just... Then they called you bright-eyed, and I feel like that's closer.
I remembered a story from my childhood earlier.
You're a bright-eyed, sleepy, tired child.
Oh, good lord.
I don't know what the best description for that is, because I don't know that bright-eyed is quite there either, but I do think that was the best term they came up with at the time, because I'm like, naive also is not really right. I don't think you would be quite naive, because that implies a certain level of, like, gullibility that I don't necessarily think you have.
Hmm?
Yeah, probably not.
Me gullible? Yeah, never.
Meanwhile, I can be sweet, but I'm also an asshole.
Yeah, that sounds like dark chocolate to me.
I'm sweet, but my primary flavor is bitter.
Yeah, kinda.
This is why when we get the questions of describe your channel, how do other people describe your channel? And
Oh
we're
yeah,
like,
Mick also recommended
very different
that
things.
we apply for this
Yes.
stream
How do other
team.
people describe your channel? My dude, you do not want to know.
They recommended, like, strongly, repeatedly, that we apply for this Ace and Arrow stream team. And one of the questions was, describe your channel in one word. And we just sat there like,
I think we decided on. I finally like, let's just go with nonsensical.
Yeah, we were between, like, chaotic, nonsensical, incomprehensible.
A mess.
No, that's 2 words.
Okay, just mess.
Tangents?
Tangents. Yeah, we actually talked about doing just tangents.
Yeah, that was another word we considered.
Yeah. And then it was like, how do others describe your channel? And we're like, this.
That's also not quite encapsulating it, but that didn't give us the 1-word limit.
Yeah.
And this is a conference for villains.
Yes.
Yes, dear.
Not eradicating villainy.
Correct.
You didn't think it'd be you who broke the news to Lady Maissard's stepdaughter. You brace yourself for her reaction. So, okay. I get why you're here. I get why I'm here.
Wait.
But why is Mother here?
Wait. What? What? What do you mean why you're here?
I get why I'm here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in what world do you understand why you're here, Rose? What? You mind explaining it to me? Because I don't.
Well,
get it.
apparently one of the options we get to have to choose later is... Oh, Rose is a villain now. FYI, mama.
Oh, go to the next option real quick. What do you mean why you're here?
Is that what I'm supposed to say?
Yes. What do you mean why you're here? You shouldn't be here? Should you, princess?
You know, sometimes evil queens start as princesses.
Yes, she's a bad apple. No, that's what the achievement is actually called, bad apple.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, I'm a villain, but my mother isn't. I get why she wants me to stay away. I think she's onto me. But why is she here? Is she trying to infiltrate the villain community and destroy it from the inside? I don't get it. Sure, she's the queen, but there are a lot of people here. Like, a lot. You discreetly pick your jaw up from the floor. She what? You haven't found a scoop this juicy since that one time you planted evidence of money laundering when you had to write an article for the school newspaper.
Wait, what?
Oh, what?
Just throw that in there like it's nothing.
Oh, what? She looks at you quizzically, going, oh, whoa.
Oh, what?
What's wrong? You're not also a goodie in disguise, are you?
What? No! I'm offended you would think that. It's just... Your stepmother's a villain. Like, for sure.
You're joking. She's not that good of an actress, is she? I've always been able to tell she despises me, even though she tries to hide it. I'm sure she didn't want to raise the daughter of an evil witch, but she still fed me and clothed me and gave me shelter.
Okay.
You imagine the conversation you'd need to have in order to convince Rose of this, and your motivation shrinks.
There's no, like... We could say whatever.
I like that one of the options is just leave, as if you're just like, don't even say anything. Just get
You
up
know,
and
this one might actually be one of those ones where you have to go through all of them.
Oh yeah, very possible.
Wait, her mother was an evil witch? We just found that out. Wow, I guess her dad has a type! I guess he did.
Her
Her dad has a type. Yikes.
Her dad does have a type.
Her dad is a sub.
Whoopsie.
Anyway, I guess we'll...
That's not a sandwich.
What?
Okay, Sharky.
I know what you meant. I was making a bad joke.
I know you know. Like I said, I don't actually think you're that naive.
I just like Pie's reaction. Because I don't know if she heard your sub
I
comment.
wasn't ready for that's not a sandwich.
Technically, we haven't seen her dad. He could be a literal sandwich.
A sandwich 6 feet in the ground?
Yeah,
Okay.
why not? Maybe he got eaten.
I have so many questions.
And we
to
have
think,
0 answers.
most of this
Oh, Lord.
conversation is not actually being sexual. We're just making very borderline jokes without actually meaning it that way at all.
And people still watch us.
Yeah. Well, they're welcome to interpret it that way if they want to. Anyway, I'm surprised you're a villain.
I'm having trouble believing you're a villain. The princess with the songbirds flocking around her.
Oh, that? I control them with magic, silly. It's a pretty common power for princesses to have. Didn't you know?
Is that like a spell you get when you, like, get the princess class? Control birds?
I think that's exactly what Owo's asking.
Pie reacting in real time. I guess in the media it's portrayed as a benefit of inherent goodness rather than royal blood. The more you know, huh?
Yeah, I think we go through all of them.
Yeah. Really think you should talk to your stepmother about this. It would solve a lot of problems for you both.
What? So she can throw me in the dungeon? No way. Rose crosses her arms and purses her lips. You get the feeling you'd have to physically drag her to the VIP lounge to get her to talk to Lady Maissard.
Okay, how come you didn't know what the villain conference is about?
Oh, Mother keeps me on such a tight leash. I guess she doesn't want a girl she suspects of villainy to take the throne. But it's meant that I rarely have any contact with the outside world. Well, she did send me to the forest once. I thought it was my chance to do some sightseeing and light arson, but she caught me the moment I emerged from the tree line. Just some light arson. A little bit. Just a little bit of
Sightseeing
arson.
and light arson, you know, typical weekend fare.
Yeah, that's what you do. Is that not what you do on the weekends?
I've never even set a candle on fire.
You're right, I should light a candle right now. Probably would smell
not what-
nice.
Okay. Still, how did you arrive at the conclusion that an event called Villain Conference is anti-villain?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a candle after this scene. Come on. If you heard someone talking about a cattle disease conference, you wouldn't think they were pro-cattle disease, would you?
Well, in this day and age, they might be.
So again, you're just MC, actually.
Wait, I didn't read that line! Gosh dang it! I didn't read the line before I said that.
Yeah.
Isn't Cattle Disease Con a sister event of the Villain Conference?
Rose glares.
No, you're right. I get it. If you're a villain, how does Lady Maissard, who raised you, not know about it?
I've been hiding it, obviously. Even on his deathbed, my father kept singing the praises of my stepmother's purity and virtuousness. I couldn't very well march up to someone like that and declare I'm going to be a villain when I grow up. So actually, considering that Owo is 14 years old, they should probably be going for Rose rather than Imperia, but alright. I guess I sort of naturally have a knack for seeming like a good girl when I'm not. And well, I'm only starting out anyway. It's been really hard to get into the business with her watching me like a hawk.
Aw.
Bye.
Well, thanks for talking to me again. Peace out.
You can thank me by keeping quiet about what I told you.
Yeah, we're not.
Sure
I
won't.
can
Oh,
cast curses, okay?
No, well, we'll just be a cursed 14-year-old.
Okay, I'm gonna go get a candle.
Okay, now I guess it's just us, Pie.
Entertain the people.
I was really tempted to flee and also get a candle, but I'm gonna not be mean to Sharky and leave him alone.
You can go get a candle. It's fine. I'll just be here questioning my entire life. It's fine.
I have so many of them. I have so many pretty candles, including... So, my fiance got me 2 candles for Christmas. One that is labeled, "My last fuck." Oh, look, it's on fire.
Perfect. That is perfect.
And another one that says, "Light when Zachary farts."
Interesting.
Given that my fiance's name is Zachary.
Yeah. Hey, why not? That's a good custom. I'm like, was that custom?
It is one of the best gifts I have ever received.
Oh
I'm
boy.
back.
Hi, we talked about candles.
Oh my god, I've seen the store for the...
That on fire fuck candle, I love that. Yes, it's so good. The one I got smells like vanilla. It's delicious. Well,
On
it
fire
smells delicious.
fuck?
Don't eat candles.
What? What candle is this?
Oh, Zach got me a candle for Christmas that says, "My last fuck." Oh, look, it's on fire.
Excellent.
Oh, look, Satan's automatically
vanilla
buying
scented.
it.
Look,
Yeah.
that assumes that I had any fucks left to set on fire.
I have just one. It's in that candle.
I guess
How
you're...
did
Although that
If
said,
if I bought the candle, I guess I'm buying a fuck purely for the sake of setting it on fire.
yes. Although
If
that
I'm
said,
buying a
if
fuck,
you're
does that make it a
promoting candles,
prostitute?
Shameless plug for Petra Corgi, who are my favorite candle people. Their logo is a little corgi on clouds, Because petrichor is the term
Yeah.
for the smell after it rains.
Mm-hmm.
And so they are petricorgi, which is a little corgi on a rain cloud.
Cute.
amazing.
And they make very, very pretty smelling candles.
That's cute.
That's awesome.
I lit one from
And they have the
another
little wooden
Etsy
wick
shop.
so it makes the crackle noise.
Ooh, I love the wooden wicks. Yeah, I have one right now from an Etsy shop that basically I read like actually well-written fanfic, and then it turned out that the person who was writing it also runs like an otome game candle shop. So they have candles based on the different characters of different dating sims. And then they had at one point, because Obey Me has a, like the MC, they were very open and like non-prescriptive about it. So it uses gender neutral pronouns and it just represents you as a sheep anytime you actually are supposed to show up at all. Like a little pink sheep so that you can fill in whatever.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, and so they put out a candle that has the little sheep. You can put, like, you can request whatever custom name you want, and you can choose any of the candle scents from the characters of that game, which I actually messaged being like, hey, actually, can I get this other scent that you have on the store from a different game instead? And they were totally cool with that too. And so I have a red wine scented MC candle with a little sheep and my usual MC name. It's very cute. And it's got a little like lavender colored lid too.
Aww. I've put the link for Petricorgi
Woo.
In the chat thing.
All right,
That is
I, a pyro,
adorable.
will have to immediately look at that. It's very
It
important to me.
Also,
It is
there's
an adorable icon.
a candle company I follow on the Tweetmans that is called A Little Less 16 Candles, and they have a bunch of candles named after songs.
Ooh.
So the like sea breeze scented one is called Ocean Avenue, and the like lavender and like rain whatever is Purple Rain.
Nice.
Wait, okay, we should have our guest actually read lines. We're done with Rose now,
Oh, that
right?
would be sensible. But why would we do sensible things? I don't.
Why
do
would
sensible
we? I don't
things.
know.
I mean, we're already an hour in. It's fine.
We are. So
It's fine. We're
we're done with Rose now, right?
Yes, we're done talking with
All
Rose.
right.
Okay.
Because now it says
Oh, it's me.
go to.
Oh,
go to
look at my
Imperial and
iPad.
Hi,
search
Mick.
Shiloh.
We were just talking about you. How you doing?
And how you're great. Oh, snap.
I mean, we were talking about that earlier. That is true.
We were talking about how Sharky doesn't
Hello.
think that he's actually a marshmallow. But I think that chocolate-covered
mean-
marshmallow is a pretty good description.
I'm as pale as a marshmallow.
Are you that pale now?
No, I'm actually not.
I'm like, I don't think you get that pale.
I actually like haven't really changed. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, because you didn't go out that much before the pandemic either.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So there's really nothing to like, yeah, that.
Yes. Good things. Things like how you encouraged us to apply for that stream team, and then we did, and then we struggled with it.
We struggled hard.
Sharky had to yell at me to stop struggling.
I had to like, we're either gonna do this or this. Let's make the decision now. Just move on. We can't sit on here for 5 more hours.
I would sit there for 5 more hours.
I mean, not with that attitude, you can't.
100%.
That's exactly why that attitude is needed.
It was like, oh, we have like 3 days left to do this application. I was sitting there like, I don't know. I don't know what to pick. I'm indecisive.
What do we put for our hobbies? What do we put?
I was like, this one, and this one, and this one, I guess, and I should put this one. Okay, I'm gonna take this one out, because I can't really hold a good conversation on this one, but also this one, I'm so excited to show up.
This is why I had to Yell
Oh.
at Satan.
We have text. The Con Official. Tip number 6. It's the last day of the conference. We hope you've had a fun and useful event. Now's a great time to make sure that all the loose ends are tied up. Remember, even if you run out of things to talk about with someone, they might want to talk to you more later on.
You won't believe what I just heard. The reason Contessa von Exen, oh boy, is not attending this year is that she ran away with some hero. She always seemed so cultured, but werewolves just can't help themselves. When Master calls to heal, the dog must obey.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, whoa, the edgy 14-year-old getting bold.
What would it take to make you heal?
So what kind of pie would be an insidious pie?
That I think like
I
we've
get
asked
asked that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get asked that all the time.
I feel like we've asked that
I
a few
think
times.
what I've gone with is that it'd be the kind of pie that you spike with laxatives and serve to somebody you don't like.
That would be insidious.
Only laxatives?
Well, 'cause, like, I don't want to do any real damage.
Fair enough.
That's not me.
Fair enough.
That's what Satan would do.
But
Real
I
damage.
will absolutely give someone a catastrophic case of the poops.
Well, I'm just...
Out of spite.
Look, we're doing, like, Ace D&D. We're starting it. And I am so excited. I'm gonna have the creepiest serial killer vibes that ever serial killer vibed.
I still need to work out my backstory and personality for my literal great old one warlock.
I wrote almost 600 words in about 2 hours.
Like, right after we
I
finished...
found a wonderful idea that I want to somehow work into a campaign, which is how do you want to introduce your evil druid to the group? And then it's just a picture of the goose from Untitled Goose.
Look! They did, because the Ace couple is co-DMing it, and they're running it on Roll20, I guess, for, like, the map view thing, and so they said that, okay, everybody, like, should have some kind of art as their icon, for the map. Yeah, so that you're easily identifiable on the map. And I was like, so am I allowed to just put a pair of eyes in the dark? And they're like, I guess, and I did it. And now my icon is just a pair of glowing red eyes in darkness.
Yeah.
It's going to be a small mess.
A small mess? Go big or go home.
I am excited, but I'm also like, oh no, it's like
I very much am like, okay, I know we already went through any, like, known squicks and stuff during our, like, expectation setting thing, but I also absolutely should, at the beginning of next time, double check on the level of gruesome that people want to hear about, because I will get very gruesomely violent if y'all let me.
I want to go with Oathbreaker, but I don't think you can beat Oathbreaker until 3, so I might just go with a Chaotic Evil Fighter. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to be... Could you choose your oath, I believe, at level 3? So yeah, you would basically be a starting paladin, but you'd... Oh, I'm off!
As long as it's not to animals, right?
Oh... So I changed my warlock. I'm like, oh no, I might be neutral evil.
See, I was considering neutral evil, and then I ended up going all in chaotic evil. I am going to be so unhinged. I'm so fucking excited for it.
And then there's gonna be magic.
I am a literal cultist. I am a literal member of a demonic circus cult.
Pie, help me, please.
That sounds like so much fun, though.
Yeah.
I will probably K-word people, but only when it suits me.
Probably not in
And
front of the
probably
goodies.
not in front of the goodies. Well, there may only be one goodie, is the thing.
Will magic be a goodie?
So is it just gonna be like, hey, goody two shoes, look over there for a minute. Look, a
Do we?
squirrel.
Do we have necessarily any goody two shoes on the team?
What? Magic could be neutral, magic could be an evil druid.
Yeah, I was like, we don't
Not druid,
necessarily
An
have.
evil cleric.
We don't necessarily have any goodies. We very possibly just have an evil team.
Oh,
I'd be so
Oh my
down
God,
for that.
is this
Oh my
villain called
god.
2.0?
It might. Oh. Well, so like the whole setting is like there's going to be like demons and stuff, and I was like, can I be like a great old one warlock? Can I like basically have Cthulhu as my patron?
You could. You didn't, I think, end up choosing Cthulhu,
No,
though
I'm
you
probably
perhaps still could.
I'll probably be a fighter. Hey, that's great. Also, I'm sorry for derailing y'all.
It's fine.
You're not derailing
You
us.
say that
actually
like
have
I
rails.
didn't bring up the D&D thing.
Yeah, we have no rails. We're so off the rails that we're
This
all
is
There are
true.
no rails on this train. We're just
We
careening
have-
through life like a Wichita bandsaw.
Might go with the Tieflings of Drow.
I was thinking tiefling before I settled on half elf.
I'm gonna be Yuan Ti, which means that I will get to be half snake, and I'm going to go like mermaid style snake tail. And
Hellish
it's
repeat.
gonna be great. And I'm half considering whether I should say all like words in character with a hissing like extra emphasis on all the S's.
S, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Yes.
Hellish
Should
Rebuke
I
on a
do that?
fighter is so good though, because basically when you get hit, you can basically be like, I'm gonna set that person on fire real quick because they hit
I'm
me.
also really just hoping that I do in fact get to psychically intimidate people. I am going to scare the shit out of people. This is gonna be great.
Anyway, we should get back on the rails that don't exist.
Did you read it?
Yes, I've read that.
semblance of rails we have where OO is trying to make me heal? Nothing in the world. But, if we were talking about an equal partnership, I would require for the other person to be formidable and confident. As much as I enjoy being fawned over, I could never respect someone's servitile.
What about Serpentile?
Granted, I don't want
Did
to
not
be
know
an
that was a word.
evil drow because racial stereotypes. Yeah, it's kind of a
Yeah.
thing where
Oh, is that a thing?
drow were the evil elves. Yeah.
Ugh.
Like, that's been a thing.
Hello.
That's been a thing alongside like paladins can only be good, which they're finally breaking, being like, yeah, you could make an evil paladin.
Yes! I mean, I'm an alt-agender being, so not much really scares me. No, I'm gonna scare the shit out of NPCs. All dark-skinned races are scary and evil. Yeah, I noticed that some of the races are just straight up like, oh, this race is always evil. And I was like, what?
Most DMs, I think, at this point ignore that.
Good.
Unless
they should.
Unless
Yeah,
they're
I
like,
think there's been a shift.
There should be.
yeah, because no, just no to that.
I do think
Yeah,
my character
exactly.
is just gonna be they, them pronouns. I think so.
Wait.
I'm going down the gender pipeline, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going down sliding like a water slide? Oh, we can still banish Rose. Okay.
Oh.
Other exes?
Alright, let's start there, because that one doesn't pass time.
You have any other exes? Aside from your husband, I mean?
If I did, they would be in the ground. Trust me. Oh, what am I saying? You should never trust me.
I wouldn't dream of it, my lady.
But I do like that Drow have a matriarchal society with half Drow, half spider people. I feel like I was like wandering into a rabbit hole of reading about that, and then I just kind of turned around. And now I'm just hiss motherfucker.
And then there's going to be me. I'm going to be the biggest mess.
I can't wait to just be like, oh, there's an enemy. Do they see me yet? Okay, I'm in the shadows. I see them. I forge a mental connection with them and just start going, die, 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 die. Just freak them the fuck out.
And the scary thing is, I can do the same thing. They don't even need to understand me. I can just... They have to be within 30 feet of me, and then I can basically just speak to them. And as long as they speak a language, they know what I'm saying. They know.
Riz is like,
Did I
would
ever
you
tell
pay
you guys the
money?
story of the time that my character caused a jailbreak by convincing the jailers that it was haunted?
No, what?
That sounds great.
Okay, so the first game I played, which was actually Pathfinder rather than D&D.
Yep, I play a lot of
Pathfinder. Druid because I wanted to summon a bunch of ducky minions because I found that hysterically funny.
Duckies!
But I also learned that I could wild shape into various elementals.
Yep.
They had our party locked in a jail that had earthen walls. So I could shift into an earth elemental and walk through the walls. They had us all separated, so I decided to try and figure out where everyone was by wandering through the walls and poking my head out in various rooms, looking for the rest of our party, which I didn't really think about it, but from the jailer perspective is just a head popping out of walls and looking around and then popping back into the wall.
Good.
Perfect.
So we caused a jailbreak and then got banned from that city because we caused a jailbreak.
You're amazed to find yourself sharing a smile with her.
But no, I was but a young noblewoman looking for my first kingdom to usurp when I met my husband. It was love at first sight. I was disgusted with myself, but being with him made me so happy that I was content pulling the strings in the shadows instead of taking the throne. How about you, OO? I assume you're a veritable Don Juan?
Yes, at 14-year-olds old, we are the most suave of Don Juans.
Yeah, 14.
Totally. Very suave.
I mean, at 14, you absolutely would claim that you absolutely have.
Well, some people would. I wouldn't have.
Fair.
We're gonna go with this one.
I don't really have time for dating. My job is much more fun.
I like your priorities. Watch that you don't get swept off your feet by love. It can strike when you least expect it.
Why are you?
Well, you see, we did the character creation this time around. For
Dice.
yeah, we just rolled dice over and over, and I think we had given our. Did we give ourselves an? No, I think we rolled 2 d10s.
Yes, we rolled 2d. 2d10s.
Got like a 1 and a 4.
Yes. The 2d10s determine the age, and we got 14.
I think if we rolled 2d10s, we probably could have gone with 41, but I think you were the one who said 1 and 4, and I was like, alright, I guess we're 14. So
Well,
I
because
blame...
I already decided that one was the 10s and that one was the singles, like you do before you roll a d100.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So yeah, that's why. That's why we're 14.
So blame my bad rolling.
But that's also the reason for our entire character design,
Yes.
which I will bring back up on screen in a moment. This is our character design that was basically almost entirely determined by dice.
Yes.
Like, really just entirely? I think Magic might have said one thing.
Magic said like 1 or 2, but yeah, it was basically all determined by dice.
Skin tone, outfit. Oh, we make new MCs sometimes per route.
Yeah, depending on the game. So like when we played Arcade Spirits, we had a new MC for every route.
Is that a little Satan on your shit?
Yeah.
We are at a villain con. I suppose I could be the bad influence on the shoulder.
Well, you are the bad influence, friend.
Yeah. I'm sad that you kind of stopped calling me that, I think.
Yeah, I really have, because now when I talk about you, you're just Satan. Which really, like, to the people, to like my roommate who's a Christian, it's same meaning.
But to me, they're different.
Yes, to you they're different.
Anyway, but I guess we'll say that I am the little bad influence Satan on the shoulder of Owo.
Oh, wow, wow. Oh, wow.
Anyway, so villains.
Oh, we should probably save.
Hello.
Alright. Wait, so do we still get... We basically get the choice here?
Looks like it.
I guess because we didn't choose one of the determining ones last time, because there's like a third, more neutral one, I think.
Yeah, because we can either, banishment, get the stepmother's banishment ending, which I assume was banishing Rose.
Well, it says banish Rose.
And then Bad Apple, which is choose Rose as a villain.
Alright, we have maybe an hour to rush through both endings. But if we don't get through both, which one would you like to see, Pie? Banishment or Bad Apple? Rose is a villain?
I met Rose at the convention today.
What?
She decided to read her own line. Imperial Maissard turns her head towards the door of the VIP lounge, furious, like she's ready to get up and walk away right this instant.
She's leaving the VIP lounge. Wait.
She turns her eyes back to
Turns
you.
her eyes back to you, and you get. Oh wait, no, that's not mine. That's yours.
Not yet. And you get
My
chills.
You're fine. This
We
happens
do
all
this
the
all
time.
the time. Especially for your first time guesting.
Yes. That I remember when that happened, and they're like, oh, during the Ace couple, they're like, oh, crap, and we're like, no, don't worry.
Why we do
Don't
this.
worry.
We do this so much that Sharky is like, stop stealing my lines! And I'm like, sorry.
And then you're like, why are you reading my line? And I'm like, yeah.
Excuse you, that is my line. Yeah. It's normal.
I have some information you want to know before you talk to her.
She's here against my direct orders. I don't need any more information than that.
I love this music playing right now, though.
Yeah, for real.
This is the most, like, dangerous, dark thing we've heard so far out of the entire game, I feel like. And I'm like, this is
Yeah,
amazing!
Down.
I really think you do, though.
Do you now? Go on. Convince me if you can.
Lady Maissard is a very tough opponent, but we turned off the minigame, so you managed to explain to her that you have something important to say.
Because that minigame would take like 10 minutes.
Not necessarily.
Fine. This had better be good.
I promise.
The dangers of giving the queen such big news dawn on you now, but there's no way to off-ramp to this conversation anymore.
I talked to her, and she said that she's a villain.
You look Lady Maissard in the eyes, like looking down the barrel of a gun pointed at you.
Pew pew. Pew. She's a villain, and she's been hiding it from you.
You swallow. This could be it for you. 14 good years of age. 14 good years of villainous age.
I see.
Lady Maissard doesn't take a beat. She's immediately processing the information, but you can't read her reaction at all.
Bring her to me.
It's an order, not a request. Her authority has you standing up from your chair before you've even made a conscious decision to do as she says. You're going to do what she says, of course. You talked to Rose over in that corner of the hall. She's not at the benches anymore, but you spot her talking to a vendor nearby.
Rose, I need you to come with me.
I guess we are getting to the conflict sooner than expected.
Yeah.
What? You're not taking me to Mother, are you?
No. I promise.
As a villain, I totally
Oh,
promise.
dear.
Really? She narrows her eyes at you suspiciously, but you know how to use the gravity of the moment to seem sincere. Okay. You take her hand and start leading her toward the VIP area. As you get closer, she starts pulling back.
She's not here. I just checked.
Are you really sure?
Oh, busted.
Well, I think this is as far as we planned to lie in the first place.
Yeah.
Once she's in sight of the queen, this is not our problem anymore. That's hers to catch
This is not
her.
our circus, not our monkeys.
Yeah.
Granted, we did kind of ringmaster the whole interaction here, but it's totally not our circus. No, not at all.
Nope.
As you get her through the door, she sees Lady Maissard.
That's on them.
Rose makes a move as if to bolt, but stops before you can even react. Her stepmother has seen her too. Is that all your promises are worth, Owo?
I'm a villain.
She speaks without looking at you, her eyes locked on the queen.
I mean, I'm a villain, remember?
So again, Sharky is just the MC of almost every game we play.
Stop it!
Have I been wrong yet?
No, which is why I'm like, meh.
Yes, I resent that you're not wrong.
A very
Exactly.
villainous meh.
Exactly, I resent that you're not wrong.
Go ahead, resent me.
You're a very good friend, and I care for you very much. How about that?
Anyway, so read your goddamn line.
I think that you two should talk.
She pulls her hand out of your grip and without averting her gaze walks toward Lady Maissard. You follow her, and the two of you sit down. You're just a villainous bystander, but the sense of overwhelming authority emanating from Lady Maissard makes you sweat. You do your best to shake off the feeling that you're about to get a scolding, even though this was literally her command.
Yeah.
Tell me, Rose, what do you think of me?
You could cut the air with a knife. I think that you take very good care of me, Mother. I'm very thankful for everything that you've done for me over the years.
Let me rephrase my question. How do you feel about me, darling?
I feel grateful. You took me in even though we share no blood, and I've never wanted for anything in your care.
I kept you from learning about governance, stopped your attempts to study sword fighting and archery, and never allowed you out of the castle no matter how you pleaded. How would a child feel about such limitations?
I wanted those things, yes, and I know I tried to childishly rebel, but I understand that you did it for my sake, Mother, and I shouldn't complain.
I braided your hair so tightly you'd cry out, hid your dresses so you never got to a party without strife, and chided you for your mistakes without ever complimenting you on anything you did right. For what reason do you think a mother would do all that?
I know you had your reasons, Mother. I wouldn't...
You have a brain, don't you, girl? Put that information in there and use it to make a judgment.
Rose is sweating and wringing her hands. She takes a deep breath, holds it, and then lets it out, like she's letting go of hope. I know it's because I'm evil, okay? But I'm not trying to make any trouble. Don't bite the hand that feeds you and all that. I don't hate you or anything, Mother. Please spare me for the sake of my father. If you let me go, I'll be on my merry way and won't bother you or the good people of the Satania ever again. I swear.
Hold, Rose. Why would I punish you for being evil?
Rose looks like she was about to cry, but at that, she tilts her head and frowns. Because you're good? You swear Lady Maissard's eyebrows rise 2 inches. She looks at Rose, then at you.
Oh! Wait, did I not mention that part? I thought
You're cut off by an unfamiliar laugh. Even though she's definitely had that laugh sound effect before. It's Lady Maissard. She's cackling. Rose looks even more afraid than before. Granted, it's a scary laugh. The Queen really knows her stuff. Yet you've never been more delighted to hear someone laugh before.
Oh, you dullard. And you, Rose.
The poor girl looks like she's trying to learn to teleport.
What on earth made you think I was good?
What? I mean, Father said you were like an angel who had also become a saint. The Queen chuckles. There's a hint of wistfulness in her voice.
Is that really what he thought of me?
She clears her throat.
Listen, child, he didn't know any better. I'm a villain, and I've been a villain since before you were born.
Really?
Is it really not obvious? Everyone in the kingdom thinks I'm an awful witch. Surely you know that.
I guess I thought they were giving you too much credit because of the circumstances. She covers her mouth with her hands.
I see. I suppose I wouldn't expect any more from someone like you.
I mean, I guess I do see it, looking at things now. So, you treated me the way you did just because you hated me? She's being casual about it, but you can tell she's feeling vulnerable. You guess one might toward the person who raised them for so many years, even if the relationship was like that.
Yes. ... I hated you for being so good. promising anything, but you can stay a while. If you prove to me that you're more than a daydreaming do-nothing, maybe we can have a more productive relationship.
She's not saying much, but it seems to be all that Rose needed. Her usual cutesy smile is back. It seems like that's just what her face does when she smiles. Of course, I will! You won't be disappointed, Mother. Lady Maissard looks at you like she is looking at the camera on a sitcom. Then she sighs.
I suppose we have some business to discuss. Leave us for a while, OO. We'll talk again later.
You're really gonna interrupt this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, not that, yeah.
I'm kind of... We do have a back button, so I'm kind of tempted to find out what they say.
It's up to you. Oh, can I stay?
I do prefer your company, OO, but I have some private matters to discuss with Rose here. Unless you're so infatuated with me, you'd prefer to be executed for spying.
Okay, we'll go back.
As you wish, my queen.
See you later, my royal serf.
Hey!
What? I'm just taking what you say at face value. Now scram.
I like Pie's version of Maissard. I do want to know what happens if we go back. Lady Maissard and Rose talked for a while. You weren't spying, of course. You just happened to catch glimpses of them when walking by. A lot. Now Rose is gone. Finally.
Hello, OO. I assume you had a fruitful break from talking to me and didn't spend your time pacing back and forth in front of the VIP area entrance.
That's about right.
She smirks.
How did it go with Rose? What did you talk about?
I see you didn't interpret me telling you to scram as a sign that I didn't want to divulge that information. It's like an art, the way you twist things to mean what you want them to mean in your head. Well, regarding Rose, I had to make sure her story held water. It's quite unlikely, don't you think, that both of us thought the other was good? But it seems that's exactly what happened. I blame my late husband in no small part. He had quite the knack for seeing good even where it didn't exist. I'm not sure he ever even dated anyone who shared his values. He had no idea. I don't know why I trusted his judgment about his daughter. I guess I was still green. Girl, you're currently green. You're in a green dress.
No. She was literally green, like the Wicked Witch of the West, and now she's less green, but still wears green for fashion.
Oh.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
Wicked Witch of the Midwest, I don't know.
The Wicked Witch of the Green.
Side note, I'm like wicked jealous of her blazer. That shit looks awesome.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? I also like the eye patch.
True.
And the choker. The choker's fun. Although it reminds me of those
Honestly,
old,
her
like,
whole
90s chokers.
Oh my god, yes.
She's secretly an emo 90s.
Why?
Because they seem
Oh
to be
my
coming
God.
back in like
Apparently.
in everybody's heads every once in a while.
No, apparently they're making waves among, like, Gen Z or whatever.
Really?
I think so. I don't... Well, apparently Gen Z's picking
bear
up a
in
lot of,
mind,
like, 90s fashion. And I'm just like, oh no, that was bad. That was bad. No.
it's like some of the, the fact that flare jeans, aka bell bottoms, came back in like the early 2000s, and that was a whole thing. And
Yeah.
I remember one of my teachers being like, I don't know why those came back. They're ugly as sin. Why?
Well, we
Because
like
they're
sin
not
here.
ugly.
Well, I like sin at least.
I mean, I
Because
did
they're
too,
not
but,
ugly.
whatever.
The people who wear them.
Right? That was just Mr. Somberg's opinion. I don't know.
I don't know what to say. Does love make you blind? Should-
It shouldn't, but it can. I've absolutely watched that happen.
Should
more
she-
I feel like it's more like love makes you put the blinders on. You know you're doing it,
Yeah,
but
love makes you do kind of stupid things because your affection for them makes you go, I can overlook that, even when you really shouldn't.
yeah. So not number one.
Should she be crying over spilled milk?
I don't know, should she?
No?
Or are we going
Okay.
to be green with jealousy?
I don't think we're wearing any green, but nope, I don't think our character's green either.
No, our character's not green.
We've got some
Well,
blue.
I guess we're stuck here
Awful blue.
forever. We can never move on. There's no good choices.
Oh no. Well, Pie, you're
Guess
hanging
we're
out with
start-
us forever. I guess
Yes,
that's
we're
the
starting a
answer.
podcast.
A permanent stream podcast.
Yeah, it's the permanent stream.
We
Yeah,
podcast.
definitely
private
never
chat.
sleep.
Nope, not at
Well,
all.
I guess if you just kept up the podcast while working, and I also
I can't.
podcasted while working.
I can't is the problem because
I
I have
know.
to disconnect. I have to disconnect my computer from internet when I work.
Yeah, I have calls and stuff.
Yeah.
So
But
you two will do work, and I'll just take over in the meantime while you guys do work. We are now on commercial break. Allow me to advertise for I don't even know what. Whatever our sponsor is this week.
Yeah, the
we
first
have
4 hours.
sponsors? Since
Oh my
when?
gosh. Nobody will look at us and we'll be like, we'll give them money to sponsor our stuff.
We're sponsored by the Pastor McMaster Cremaster disaster. Sure beats a mustard plaster.
Okay. That was a fun series of words.
Or what was the other one? The Greater Foster Slater Roster Paternoster. Efficiently move your field hockey team from floor to floor with the Greater Foster Slater Proster Paternoster. I don't even fucking know.
What the crap?
These are
Y'all,
series
if
of
you
words.
enjoyed Welcome to Night Vale, you should listen to Corpline by Loading Ready Run. It's like Welcome to Night Vale, but replace all references to the occult with people being profoundly stupid.
I
And
never actually listened to Night Vale.
every episode is brought to you by a sponsor. So the first one is Joss Ross's Boss Moss Floss. Try this delicious candy moss made from all natural, or this candy floss made from all natural sphagnum moss. It's Joss Ross's Boss Moss Floss. Try it with sauce.
Jeez Louise.
Alright, so milk.
They're all ridiculous.
Well, no use crying over spilled milk, huh?
I haven't cried in 35 years.
Mood. Oh, cool.
Maybe you haven't. I cry on the daily. Listen, I am a sensitive potato.
I
Moving on.
cried
I
out
hear
of
that you already
rage
met
this
Rose
morning.
Yesterday.
I cry at video games.
I cried because I was feeling very, very angry.
Angry crying's a thing.
It was only for like a moment,
Yeah,
but
that's
there
all.
were definitely tears. Because, again, that one white dude coworker of mine, like one of the first things I see waking up is him basically gaslighting me on whether content is a typo. No second end, just content. Are you sure that's a typo? Yes, dude, I'm fucking sure. I'm fucking sure content is not spelled C-O-N-T-E-T. I can't stand this guy.
Can we put granola bar crumbs in his bed?
Can I evacuate his family from his home and arson his house?
Yeah, but then you leave his family homeless.
And you get sent to jail.
How about we just call Whole Man Disposal Services and dispose of the whole man?
See, he makes enough that I am like, he's homeless for like a week and then he gets a new house.
Well, I'm worried about his family, though. Just
they
call
can...
Whole Man Disposal Services, dispose of the man, put him into the sea.
They are definitely able to afford to live in like a hotel until they get themselves settled in a new place. I also know his mom or his wife's career. They certainly make enough. They will just get a new home and they'll be fine in a hotel until then.
Still, might as well just put him into the sea.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
All right, Sharky.
There's that
Pie is
guy
voting for this guy to get chucked into your ocean. How do you feel about that?
Tasty.
Are you going to eat him?
It's good.
I am a shark, ain't I?
I feel like all things considered, getting rid of the guy as his kid's father. Well, actually, maybe that's not so bad. He's very convinced he's a really good ally, and diversity and inclusion is so important to him. So important that he regularly, anytime a woman speaks, just immediately assumes that she's wrong.
That's how you know.
Or non-white people. I think he's also done that to non-white people.
Vomit.
That's how you know you're a good ally, assuming they're wrong every time they open their mouth.
Just by default, immediately questioning whether they really are. Have they thought that through, though? I hate this man indescribably much.
Yeah, you just gotta make him sleep with the fishes.
That's mean to the fishes. I think the fishes should be allowed to keep their biome safe from jerk asswads.
Okay, but like, you could make him a biome for coral.
That's true, and we need more coral.
We do.
See, there's a positive.
Ally gross does not trust cishet white men.
The Navy is allowed to throw random crap into the ocean and claim it's reef building. You can absolutely throw a random man into the sea and claim it's reef building.
What if I throw him into the Navy?
Did you just say throw him into the Navy?
Yes.
I don't know about that. I don't think he should be given access to naval powers.
No, not given access, just like kind of tossed among them. You just hand him over and go, do whatever you want. Yeah?
My sister works in the Navy, but my sister works in the Navy in the department of we're not allowed to know what her job is.
Ah.
I have a few friends.
You don't have the security clearance to know what I do. She goes to work, she maybe interacts with a computer, and then she comes home and pets the cat.
I have a friend who basically works on some of the systems on the ships and will be sent out to places because they're like, this part of the ship's not working. Can you come out and fix it? I'm
like, technically, I have some cis-het white men friends, but I think I've just developed a habit of like, oh, they can be my friend, but they're gonna put up with me bullying them. I'm not a very nice friend to them.
My fiance is a cishet white dude, and it is kind of with this. I have to point out to him, I'm like, my dude, there are people that are going to inherently distrust you, and they get to do that, and you just kind of gotta roll with that. But it helps that he's such a misanthrope that he's like, yeah, you know what, that tracks.
I have cis white het men exes, and I have decided actively I'm never going to do that anymore. Because even the one that was nicer, I had to try, and I failed to explain, like, look, you know, it's good for everyone to celebrate, like, Black History Month and stuff, right?
Right.
I feel like it's a little strange when white people are writing Black History Month articles on, say, top 10 black characters in comics.
Ew, yeah, no, that's not our job to do, no.
Yeah. So I was trying to explain, like, no, that feels weird to me, and there are certain nuances and stereotypes and stuff that you may not pick up on as a white person, and so just honestly, you know, you can have your own opinion, but writing a whole article on it is sort of where I'm like, that's a weird kind of thing, and I'm gonna kind of draw the line there. And he just kept being like, well, now that makes me feel like I'm not allowed to have my own opinions. And I'm like, honestly, maybe you're not. Yeah, he's like, that makes me feel like my opinions are being called less valuable here. And I'm like, they are. Straight up they are.
Yeah, no, that's that is the true thing there, though, yeah.
Your opinions are not warranted here.
Opinions, but
when Gamergate happened, and knowing that I wanted to go into games as, at least at the time, I thought I was just a cis-white, or non-white person, but like cis woman that, and I mean, at that point the cis doesn't matter. You want to go into games as not a white dude? What?
Yeah, not a white guy.
But like, he sent me the thing from Reddit, so this is already the Reddit take on the beginnings of Gamergate as it was happening. And I was reading into the stuff, and I felt sick and awful, and it was basically doom scrolling and stuff. And he, as the one who sent this to me, was like, oh no, this is getting too negative. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to think about it. We should stop talking about it. I was like, literally cannot stop thinking about it. What are you talking about? Like, this is literally the career path that I'm staring down. Understanding that this is very possibly what will happen to me. And he's just like, no, this is too negative. Wow. I don't want to deal with it anymore. That's the better one.
To be able to say that about something.
Right?
Holy shit.
Exactly. And with him being the one who told me about it and brought it up to me. And this is the better one.
Like, big fucking yikes, dude.
This is already the better of the two cis-het white dudes I dated, and that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. Nope.
Wow. I think I just got really lucky, because most of my exes are cis-het white dudes, and there's exactly 2 of them that I don't talk to anymore. One, because that's the reason we broke up, because he ghosted me and didn't talk and he didn't make time for me. It's like, okay, well. And the other one, because he died unexpectedly of pulmonary embolism.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, which was like, ooh, it sucks, but it was a couple years ago now, so it's like
perhaps some combination of luck and better taste.
Right, but I mean, mind you, it also, but for the one that ghosted me, all of my exes were within my same friend group, we were an incestuous little bunch, and we all just, like, dated each other.
It happens.
And we were all predominantly some flavor of weird in some fashion. Most of the girls weren't straight, hence we all ended up dating each other.
That's great. Congrats,
Wow.
you were the queer.
It was one of those things that, like, I got
clique.
to college and met friends that were like, oh yeah, you don't date your friend's ex whatever, and I was like, whoops, nobody told my social group that.
Yeah. This was at least the better ex that treated me like a human being.
Like, not literal garbage? Yeah.
The other one
Wow, what a low bar to clear.
deserves to be in a dumpster fire as it's on fire.
Oh, no.
And is also the reason why I'm called Sharky.
Yes.
I'm sorry, he was such trash.
Because we share a first name.
I've described some of the stories of him to some newer friends after I moved after college. And they're like, you know, I think I have some mafia connects. I think my parents and my family might have some mafia connects. Where is this dude?
I know for a fact I'm a few steps away from the mafia.
I discovered that someone I knew, and I'm not going to specify who for obvious reasons,
Yeah.
was so angry at one of my ex-boyfriends that he genuinely did put a hit out on him briefly.
Oh, shit.
I discovered this after the fact, after it had decidedly not happened, and went, okay, number one, don't ever do that ever again. Oh my god, that is not a thing we do. He and I are on fine terms. Yes, he left me for another girl twice. Part of that's my own fault, because I took him back the second time. It's my own problem, okay? Also, what the fuck? No!
Yeah, my first real relationship, I had the very, very low bar of, well, he didn't cheat on me until he did. Until he did. Well, at least he crossed that bar for me. So I finally, learned to fucking dump him.
Oof.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I guess.
I'm like, I know that there's a thing of like asexuality due to trauma, and that's still valid and stuff. And
Very valid.
that's I was ace before all of this because I was definitely that one teenager that was like, what's a celebrity crush? You don't even know them. What are you talking about? But I also have trauma, and you know what? If anything, I feel like asexuality can also make you more of a target for that kind of trauma because you just kind of assume like, well, you're just supposed to overlook it, and you're just supposed to keep going, right? And that's especially with the societal gender norms of like the guy is supposed to pressure the girl into sex and all that, and the girl's supposed to be a little chaste about it, whatever. Like you don't really necessarily comprehend like, oh no, I was supposed to like actually know the difference. Whoops!
Yeah. Fucking yikes. Ouch.
Yeah, at one point I turned him down for sex, and he literally curled into fetal position and started crying.
See, whereas my
That's the shitty one.
My first boyfriend, the one that, well, not my first boyfriend, but like the one that I made my sexual debut with, as it were, which is also the one that briefly had a hit out on him.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, because for shenanigans, but that's the reason that we and I are still friends, and that we stayed friends through that. Like, yes, I got upset with him, understandably, but like, he's also a decent person who made some stupid decisions, because I had to nigh on coerce him into sex because I was a virgin and he wasn't, and he was very anxious about this and very like, did not want to take advantage and did not want to pressure and was like, I don't want you to feel like you have to do this thing. I don't want you to whatever. And he was like really panicky about it. And I was like, I swear to God, I want to do this thing. This isn't because you want to. I get that, all this other whatever. And in a maneuver that I am not endorsing, I finally got done arguing with him about it and picked him up from a party that he was at where I knew he was drunk and high and went,
Oh, no.
Cool, this conversation is going to take way less time than it was otherwise going to take. He still woke up the next morning panicked that he had pushed me into it, and I was like, oh my God, you absolute dingus.
Yeah, not a maneuver
Don't do
that is
Don't
advised.
Don't do that at all.
Don't do
No.
that. That was
No.
not okay.
Yeah.
It was one of those, I got retroactive forgiveness for it, and I was like, that was shitty, I shouldn't have done that. And he's like, yeah probably, but I don't mind, so it's okay. And I was like,
Yeah,
I don't feel
it's
okay about
a
it, but-
combination of not endorsed, don't do that, but also he had some societal shit to work through, and that's not
Right.
that's really not like a good reason, because that's just sort of he should work through
It's
it.
not.
But especially if you were younger
Yeah.
and all that, yeah.
Oh yeah, we were like 18 and 19 at the time.
Yeah.
We were young kids, but yeah, it was like, in retrospect, don't fucking do that. But it is one of those like conversations about this prior where he's like, I'm okay with this, but I'm worried about this, and this. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, how do I make you not freak out about this thing? So this
Yeah.
wasn't like, I'm gonna make you do something I know you don't want to do. This is, I'm going to lower your anxiety about this thing so that you can do what you and I both want to do.
Yeah.
Again, don't do that. Don't do that thing.
No,
Do
don't
as
do
I
that
say,
at
not
all.
as I
No.
do. Don't fucking do that.
Yes. Well, you
That turned
learn
out well, and that
from
had like
your
a 1%
own
chance of
mistakes.
turning out as well as it did.
Yeah.
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 And then there was me, who was very much pressured. Very much pressured.
No, yeah. I'm just like,
Very much
for
pressured.
as much as the fucking aphobes are like, well, if you're not sexually attracted to your partner, that means you're being abusive towards their feelings for you. And I'm like, look, I was way more likely to be abused than I was actually abusing someone else's feelings. By far. Like, so fucking far.
That noise.
See, I was pressured, and then if we like pushed anywhere, like we never had sex, but like if we pushed anywhere past like basically kissing, like after like when we stopped, my girlfriend at the time would basically then have the Christian guilt complex about it,
Oh, God.
and then was blaming me for doing anything.
What?
Yeah. I mean, like I
So-
said,
Oh my god.
I was like, no, I'm not ready. And then my ex curled up in fetal position and started crying about how I didn't want to have sex with him.
That. Okay,
And
whole man disposal unit. Yes, the whole thing. Dispose of the whole man.
Me too, Sharky, me too. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, he also threatened to break up with me several times over it and stuff. And in hindsight, I kind of wish he just had. But you learn and you become bitter chocolate.
And I'm doing it for you.
You learn and you become very bitter chocolate. Anyway, so
What happened to me?
hmm?
Then what happened to me?
You're still a marshmallow.
Oh, okay.
What happened to you is
Christian guilt complex?
denial that your ex was as bad as she was, is what happened to you.
Cause she wasn't as bad as you make it seem.
You
I
say
don't know.
that, and for respect of your privacy, I will not outright tell chat and everyone the things that she did, but trust when I say, nah, she's a fucking bitch.
Pick an option. We're at 2 hours.
We are. We gotta hurry.
Hurry.
But we wanted to gather information.
I did, but I couldn't get much out of her then. Thought a full report of her motives and actions would serve you best. So I waited until I could give you one.
Not bad for a greenhorn like you. In any case, the service you provided for me isn't insignificant. Well done, OO.
Oh no, these don't even pass time.
What was Rose like as a child? I guess she's a natural at pretending to be a good girl.
I suppose.
Would suppose so. I had to look after her from when she was around 5 years old or so. She cried a lot at first.
Mood.
It was irritating and nothing could be done about it. She'd lost both of her parents, so she wasn't going to stop before she herself decided to stop wallowing.
Yes?
Well, Pie, you're the one who works with children.
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, both are correct. Like, it's true, kids can't help it, and it is hard to deal with for both people involved.
Yeah.
Why are you crying? I don't know!
Would it help if I cried with you? Maybe!
So which one shall we choose? Pick one. Done.
I don't know, the bottom one.
Nah, the bottom.
Bottom, top, bottom?
Bottom, top, bottom. I bet that was quite an ordeal, given everything else you also had to deal with.
I mean, I suppose out of all the MCs and love interests, Maissard and Queen Bee have the closest vibes.
But
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, I didn't deal with it more than necessary myself. I got a nanny to take care of her. But, yes, it grated on my nerves. I'd lost my husband too, but I wasn't wallowing. I could never have taken the time to do that like she did. Nevertheless, at a certain point, she turned around and became unbearably chipper. And although I did my best to keep her at arm's length, she would always find new ways to pester me. Remind me to have a talk about boundaries with her later, villain to villain.
Well, to her, she was just doing villainy to do-gooder.
She was just being a pest.
Yeah.
I mean, brat child, villain, are they really different?
Right?
Villain Sharky? You mentioned that you stopped Rose from learning about governance and martial arts. Did you have her study anything else growing up?
I don't know, Sharky, have you ended up on your neutral evil? Was that?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be neutral evil.
But the chaotic. Okay, I'll provide chaotic evil.
It's gonna be a mess.
I mean, I was gonna be chaotic evil either way because
Villain arc.
What is Sharky's villain arc? What turns Sharky evil? Aside from me being bad influence friend, I suppose.
You haven't turned me evil.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I assume it's your job.
I want to set my job on fire.
Yep.
Actually, most people who work at my job also want to set it on fire.
Well, yes.
Do you become a villain team?
Did Sharky pay off his house yet?
No, because there's a game called Fire Emblem Three Hopes.
So you still can't play Sora even though you paid money for him.
Yes.
You know that Sharky is not evil because he's still binding himself to the contract of which he set his own terms.
Yes.
No, you can be lawful evil. You can follow your contract and still.
No, it's a contract with me.
Is
Yeah.
Three Hopes any good? Oh my gosh, I flippin' love Three Hopes. It's so much fun. It's a Fire Emblem Warriors game. It's so much fun.
Like, Sharky set the contract with me to his own disadvantage and hasn't managed to maneuver out of it lawfully yet, so I don't think that makes him lawful evil.
I set the terms of the contract, and I will fulfill the terms of the contract.
Will you?
Right, well, that's what the lawful part is
Yeah.
holding to your own contract.
Yep,
Yes.
But
But
wouldn't that
I
be
feel
not-
like the evil means he probably should have tried to find a way around it at some point, and he hasn't.
No, I think that would mean you hold to the.
I mean, not
I don't remember.
suppose not necessarily, but
Not necessarily, because evil could be, I am fulfilling the terms of the contract maliciously.
yeah, but you're not doing that either because you're the
Yeah,
only one
malicious
having negative
compliance is what I
consequences.
was thinking of like,
Yeah, but he's the only one having
signed a contract.
consequences out of it, so it's not really malicious compliance to anyone, but also himself.
Yeah, it's really just torturing me because I can't play Sora in Smash.
So again, I don't know that that's really lawful evil. It's lawful. I think
could
if
be
anything, it's lawful neutral.
Yeah. Because if I was lawful good, I probably would have paid off the house already.
Yeah.
But Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I got a stat. No, one of the cool things is it brought the name of the main character of Three Houses over, because I have played Three Houses, and I called myself Sharky. So it literally knew that the main character was named Sharky and brought that over. But now I'm fighting myself. It's
A
great.
etc. or lawful evil can be abiding by your own set of rules. See, I feel like I could also totally be lawful evil.
Yeah. You can
I
very much
feel
be
like-
lawful evil.
At least my interpretation of lawful evil is you have your own set of like rules and morals, and that may not agree with what other people's
It-
feeling of what those morals and laws are,
Yes.
but you consider them to be like your guiding principles. However, which technically I guess my character has a set of guiding values and principles, but in this case, it is I worship a literal demon of like Lord of Riots who enjoys pure chaos and hedonism. So at that point, I don't think it can be called lawful anymore.
Yeah, lawful evil is very much like you have your own set of rules and
It's your own code kind of thing.
your own set. Yeah, exactly. It's when a lot of people though define it as like Guardian Empire in Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah. But a lot of people are like lawful. Oh, so you follow the laws? It's like no.
No, that's
Because
not what that means.
Because lawful, I have in one of the D&D things that I watch online, a lawful good paladin was very much being like, we should burn down the orphanage, and people are like, why? And because it's like, because it will benefit my god. And they're like, no, this is the lawful good side of me. Let's burn down the orphanage.
I think good is questionable at that point.
Well,
Lawful, though.
everyone wanted to kill that character, so
If your
Anyway.
rules change on a whim, I think that is the chaotic part. I think the only rule that my character follows is to be as chaotic as possible. So, does that make it a rule follower or a chaotic? I don't know.
Neutral.
So I don't know, rules changing on a whim is a chaotic part. The way I've had it explained is like, a lawful good, your lawful good gym trainer won't sleep with your mom because they promise not to sleep with your mom, and a promise is a promise, and they won't do that.
Okay, Joe.
Lawful neutral. Yeah, exactly. Lawful neutral does whatever, but chaotic or rather.
Lawful good will say, "I won't sleep with your mom."
Neutral good does whatever, but chaotic evil or chaotic good is going to sleep with your dad because technically you didn't say anything about that.
Yeah. Well, no, I think that's lawful evil is like, "Oh, I won't sleep with your mom. I'll sleep with your dad instead."
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's
chaotic good might be if you slept with
Joe,
literally anybody else.
right. Yeah.
Chaotic good, they sleep with you.
Lawful good, you won't sleep with their mom because they said not to. Neutral good, you're going to sleep with their dad because they didn't say anything about that, and chaotic good is you're going to jump in and out of their bed like a weeping angel or something like that. There's a slutty weeping angel joke in there somewhere.
Let's see, I'll bring it up real quick.
Yeah.
Does lawful evil mean they fuck your mom, but they just don't sleep in their bed?
No, hold on. I brought up the portion of it.
Because I feel like that would be lawful evil.
Yeah, so it was, lawful good will not sleep. Lawful good will not sleep with your mom even if it saves the universe. Lawful evil will not sleep with your mom because they'll sleep with your dad instead.
I still like lawful evil as, well, they might fuck your mom, but they won't sleep in her bed, so it doesn't count. They didn't sleep with her. They didn't sleep with her. They promised not to sleep with her. They didn't sleep with her. They fucked her, but they didn't sleep with her.
Yeah, I mean, chaotic good can just be...
Yeah, no, we both ran in the broom closet in the hallway. We didn't sleep together, though.
Yeah. There was no sleep involved. Neither of us was ever unconscious. We very consciously fucked.
Or doing illegal things for the good, yeah.
Consciously fucked.
Yeah,
What a
I mean,
sentence.
I mean, like, chaotic good can be like Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Like, literally stealing, but, like, you're doing it for the betterment of society.
No, basically. As far as I understand, chaotic evil is the some men just want to watch the world burn, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that's the Weeping Angel joke. Oh, I forgot about that.
What?
Chaotic evil will lie about not sleeping with your dad again, and then when you look away, jump into his bed like a weeping angel.
Like a slutty weeping angel.
Yes. That was the Weeping Angel joke. Okay.
I was like, I know it's in there somewhere, I just don't know where.
Because they're not sleeping with the dad again, but they looked away, so it's all good. Anyway, we should continue.
We should. It's your line.
I already read this.
Oh.
Oh, of course. She was taught the things that princesses are usually taught.
Chaotic Evil's doing bad just for the sake of it. But what if your guiding principle is that you are supposed to do bad whenever for the fun of it?
That kind of sounds lawful, though.
Just unpredictably.
Setting a village on fire because you want to.
Yeah.
You wanted to.
See, I have a create bonfire spell, which just sets a 5-foot cube on fire for 1 minute.
I'm still like, yes, please do. I want pyrotechnics. I'm a circus performer. Obviously, I want pyrotechnics, especially if we are going with taking away Magitex type stuff. I just need magic then. So please, I need pyro magics.
Yeah,
Also, preferably if magic turns out to be a pyro.
And not because you're trying to subjugate your empire.
See, that gets real fuzzy because I'm spreading the chaos of our demon lord that the cult worships, but the demon lord is just all about chaos and hedonism, so...
Yeah, it's kind of the fuzzy line where you could make an argument on both sides.
You really could.
And both could be correct, and you could play it both ways.
Yeah. But I think I probably, like, wouldn't go with the maximum chaotic option at all times just because it is the maximum chaotic option. It's very on a whim, so I think it's still chaotic.
Yeah. Anyway.
Embroidery, singing, court manners, how to talk sweetly, how to move gracefully, how to be as demure as possible. All the things designed to make people into pretty complacent ornaments and nothing else. If nothing else, I have to commend her for going through that and still becoming as willful as she is.
I can't believe princesses are really taught stuff like that. I thought it was just a movie trope.
I don't personally approve of it, to be honest. The reason Rose got that education is that I wanted to keep her powerless and harmless. Manners are all well and useful, but you need to have knowledge and agency along with them, or you get nowhere. That girl will have a lot of studying to do once we get home.
Peace.
Okay, bye!
Goodbye!
You just want to waste time going to lectures
Yeah.
where we can just skip?
Lady Maissard's nowhere to be seen. Oh, wait. A talk about political correctness is about to start. You see Lady Maissard sitting in one of the chairs.
Why?
The seats next to her are suspiciously empty.
Oh, it's you. Political correctness can be a strong tool. You ought to learn more about it.
You hesitate a bit before sitting next to Lady Maissard.
Whee!
Oh, she's back.
Hello.
What's with the eye patch? So please forgive me if this isn't too intrusive of a question, Lady Maissard, but...
The eye patch, hmm?
Yeah.
She has a cordial smile on her face. You can never know for sure whether that's genuine, but you decide to push on because she did tell you never to trust her.
Yes, I guess you get asked about it a lot, hmm?
She chuckles.
No, I really don't. Most people are smart enough not to. Ouch!
We're not.
Iowo is not
Fired,
that
yikes.
smart.
No, not at all. Dot.
Oh, don't worry. I'm amused by your foolhardiness for now.
For now.
Well, that's an apple in her hand, not a heart. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you just realized?
Oh yes, the seafood heart. Yum.
She
Being
did
a
have
queen is
a...
dangerous, as I'm sure you know. It's not just once or twice that my life has been threatened by assassins.
She had a whole little spiel about how apple pie is a perfect vehicle for poison. It's so unassuming. It's cute. It's sweet. You know, you think of grandma, it's the perfect vehicle for poison.
Yeah, and you know what? You could... Doesn't cyanide taste like almonds?
I believe so.
You could totally hide that in there.
We found the insidious pie.
Good thing I don't
There it
eat
is.
pie. Good thing I don't eat pie.
I've always been cautious, but I wasn't always a good sword fighter. The scar on my cheek is from that period of time. After the first few steps on my life, I started learning martial arts. And, well, let's just say there was an unfortunate accident during training. Did you poke yourself in the eye?
See, that is totally what OO would say. Don't tell me you poked yourself in the eye.
She glares. You've never gotten a cold sweat so fast.
No. In any case, all parties involved were punished accordingly. A student will never be injured under their tutelage again, that's for it is because they can never tutor anyone anymore.
I'm sorry about your eye.
Feeling sorry about it doesn't change anything. I've come to terms with it. Besides, it makes me much more intimidating, doesn't it?
It does.
Have you enjoyed the conference?
What has happened? But have you enjoyed the conference?
I suppose I've seen worse. I've seen worse years. I've certainly had worse company.
Oh, right, I think this was MC's first conference.
Yes, it is.
She gives you a wry smile that makes you blush and waits for you to reply. She's definitely making you squirm on purpose.
Aren't I the best?
Is that what you want?
Oh, it's what Owo would totally say. We're an idiot.
Are you just going maximum dumbass? We don't have to.
Are you sure? Are you
Sharky.
sure?
Alignment is chaotic dumbass.
I don't know, Lady Maissard seems to like it.
She
For
does.
now.
For now.
Oh, praise me more, Mama. Aren't I your best little conference friend?
Oh, I was referring to this houseplant over here. It's a new addition. Don't worry, you're a good third after Felix.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, right. I need to message Mick at some point because the update for 14's coming out where you can travel anywhere.
It's lunchtime. Eat alone.
Time for food.
You have lunch at the cafe. The solitude is very peaceful because Lady Maissard doesn't eat among the commoners, and for some reason we can't have lunch in the VIP room even though we know for a fact that they serve food. Let's see if we can bother her some more. Nope.
Nope.
When's that coming out?
I believe it's coming out the 5th.
And we leave. I think that's probably as much as we're gonna get.
I'm double checking.
The conference is coming to an end. People with stalls, not stars, stalls. People with stalls, not flaming orbs in the sky, are starting to pack up, maybe offering some last-minute sales. It's time to go home, but there's still one thing you must do. Must make
yes.
sure of.
14 is going to be down all the 4th of July for maintenance for 6.18.
You head toward the VIP area.
Ah, oh, I was expecting you.
She's swirling wine in a glass, obviously not about to rush out while people are lining up for the cloakroom and the portals. Damn,
Wait,
I'm
there's
out of
wine?
wine.
There's wine in that apple?
No, she's swirling wine in a glass, probably on a table somewhere.
At least Pie laughed.
I'm out of wine. I'm sad now.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Should I go pour more?
No, we should finish this stupid thing. Drink wine after.
Yeah, I will.
Sit down, sit down.
I'll have wine with my dinner, probably.
What are you having?
Maybe some kind of burger or something. I was gonna try to make soup, but I would have had to get that started before the stream, and I ran out of time, so that's gonna be a tomorrow thing.
Hmm?
You feel weirdly nervous, even though you spent a lot of time sitting here with her during these 4 days.
A lot of time.
Yeah, how many weeks of time? These past 4 days? You sit down.
Well, it's only been
Have you
5
enjoyed your
streams.
first villain conference, OO?
Yes.
I have, thanks to you, my queen.
You wink. Hoping it looks smooth and not like a Twitch stream
Twitch.tv?
/ Aces playing at Attraction.
Oh, not / InsidiousPie or McTastic?
No, I think we would be the least smooth of those.
Oh, that's true. We would be the least smooth.
I don't know. I'm not particularly smooth either. Oh, you sycophant.
But are you more or less smooth than us?
I am equally as clumsy as you guys, if not more so.
I suppose I would maybe be concerned if a pie was just smooth.
Does InsidiousPie stream?
InsidiousPie stream. I do!
Yes. Pie streams.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays?
Yes.
Yes, would you like to give your spiel again from the beginning?
Oh yeah. Mondays and Saturdays, 6:30 Eastern until 10 p.m. Eastern, we do audience play-along games like Jackbox and stuff like that. And on Wednesdays from 1 p.m. until 4 Eastern, we do whatever I friggin' feel like doing, which currently is Arcade Spirits: The New Challengers.
Woo.
One week was like Spy Fox.
Oh yeah. That was when I first started streaming. That's pretty much all I played is like Spy Fox and Freddy Fish and things like that. So I was like, heck it, I'm just playing what I want.
Yeah. I mean, we submitted that stream team application. It was like, oh, submit like 2 or 3 clips or a channel trailer that is no more than 2 minutes, and we just sat here like, how do we capture the vibes of our channel in 2 or 3 clips or a 2-minute trailer?
Spoilers, you can't.
Spoilers, there is at least one, there was at least, I think it turned out to be only one, because we didn't want to overload it, of just Sharky basically flub, 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 flub. Which one did we go with? No, it wasn't even a flub.
No. We went with me doing the Jeopardy
Would you like
jingle.
to repeat it for them? I think you would like to sing it for them.
No, it was me doing the Jeopardy jingle.
Okay,
but
fine.
but
if you're
instead,
not gonna sing it, I will find the clip.
No.
I will.
But instead of me doing the ending part of the bump, it was quack.
I'm going to find the video because it's very easy to find.
And then the
Pets
other
come
one.
back in search of pets.
And then the other one was from our when I played I Am Bread recently.
Yeah, I had to go and clip that. Because we didn't actually have it as a clip.
Because not many people clip our channel, because why would you? There's
Because
nothing
we're not
interesting to clip.
particularly like a clippy type of channel.
We're not
you know.
clippable.
We're not clippy. The paperclip.
Did you not bring Clippy's name back? Nobody wants to remember Clippy.
Don't you? I think this was the one.
Let me see. You're probably right because it's you.
I went through our clips several times trying to figure out, what to put, so.
It would help if I put it in a web browser that wasn't muted.
Did Pie read this already?
Yes, it is.
Did I? Yes.
Yes, Pie did.
Alright, it's Sharky's turn again.
Hush. You love it.
Do I? What are you planning on doing after the conference?
I have some plans unless...
Unless.
I do have some plans lined up. Unless you're suggesting something different.
Oh, do you think I am?
Well, what are you going to do next?
Toy with you.
Oh, I don't know. Some light conquering, maybe some pillaging. I have to test Rose's abilities as a villain after all, so why not start on the next step for my kingdom now? I was going to ask if you'd like to join me, but maybe you'll be too busy with your work.
I'm sure I can fit in my mutant work along with the quests and all that.
Good.
She smiles like a cat playing with a mouse. She knows that she's going to get it in the end, but the chase is half the point.
I've decided to start conquering, but I haven't decided where to head first. I don't usually do things like this, but it makes almost no difference where I start, so I'm leaving it up to chance.
Roll the dice.
Roll the OO.
Would you act as my dice, OO? In what direction should I start my conquest?
Roll the OO.
Look. Roll the OO.
Please do not roll, Sharky.
No?
Yeah, I'm big
My
enough to roll.
heart, stop it.
That is the cheesiest line.
So about how this game's like really corny.
Okay, but, like, that's precious.
See, I would say start west.
I think that Pie wants my heart, so let's just do that.
How about my
Tell me
heart?
about my heart. Oh. But I've been off that road for quite a while already, haven't I?
Lady Maissard.
She looks you in the eyes. There's the X-ray again.
Call me Imperia.
She kisses you before you can comply. You're not sure how long it lasts. There's no space for conscious thought or breathing. She's actually suffocating you.
Consent is
Yikes.
important, kids.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
You head straight to Lusitania after the conference. Worldly possessions be damned. You can go get them later. And you head to war almost immediately after that. It's like a tall dam around Lusitania has broken and the water is devastating the neighboring countries. When you're not standing next to Imperia on the warpath, you're, well, in all kinds of positions next to her. In all kinds of places, but mostly her bedroom. You can tell that eventually she's going to set some boundaries, but for now you're savoring every chance to be a clingy little bastard. She hasn't complained. Or rather, she has, but you can tell when she means it and when she doesn't.
We did it.
Woo!
Apparently that was the horny end. Unless they're both horny ends.
They might both be horny ends.
Do we find out?
No, it's been 2 hours and 40 minutes.
I can skip.
I need to go to bed.
You don't want to skip?
I need to go to bed. I have work in the morning. Which is why I said this can't be 5 hours long.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be 5 hours if I just skip everything.
Yay, we reached the end of the route.
Ooh. We, you know...
Or we reacted to the end of the route. That's also true.
Yeah. We reacted the end of the route. Not even to the end of the route. We just reacted. Like chemicals. Anyway, thanks for joining, everybody. I hope you had fun, Pie. I hope chat also had fun. Happy end of Pride Month. Hope everyone's had a good Pride and one more day, unless you're in a different time zone, in which case you might not have another day. If you're past the US, you don't really have another day.
In Pride Wrath Month.
Pride Month 2.
Revenge of the Pride.
This time it's
Yeah,
personal.
we've moved from Gay Pride Month to Gay Wrath Month.
But what if you're not gay?
Too bad. Wrath. Wrath everywhere.
Could be just Queer Wrath Month.
True.
Which I guess the captioner wants to say Aquarius Month, but I don't think it's Aquarius Month, actually. I think that's a different month.
No, I think
Which one's
that's
Aquarius
closer
Month?
to January?
I want to say it's January, like late January?
I think you're right.
Something like that. I think it's in the early part of the year, at least. I know it.
Oh.
I know a handful of them only on what my friends are, and that's it.
Yep, January 20th to February 18th.
Hey, we got it right. Teamwork.
You makes the dream work?
Probably.
Makes the stream end.
Shrek?
Tremont?
Squirrels.
Brats, apparently, according to the captioners. Anyway, thanks for joining. Happy whatever's left of your Pride Month. Unless you're in a country that celebrates Pride Month in a different month. But I hope you've been proud and happy this month anyway.
We'll be back Friday for question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
For the beginning of Wrath Month.
Deep confusion. Got it.
For the beginning of Wrath Month, like Pie said. Thanks, bye!
Bye!
Bye!